the host with the most. I do not brag a boast. I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Just My Opinion podcast. Happy, lovely Monday morning. Hope everyone has a productive day. Got a lot of topics. We're going to be talking about Joy Taylor, as well as we're going to be talking about Shannon Sharp and his snow bunny and allegedly what she has brokered from him. But before we get into those topics, I first like to say this. If you haven't already, please do so. Hit the subscription button. Also, hit the notification bell. Share this YouTube channel with your friends, family, as well as your followers. If you want to further support the channel, hit the join membership button. Remember, membership has its privileges. So without further ado, let's get into today's topic. First order of business, we're going to be talking about Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor was on a podcast and basically contemplating the future, her future. And she basically hinted at a possibility of leaving sports talk. Now, for those who've been living under a rock, allow your boy to explain. Joy Taylor, she's been with Fox Sports One for a decade. She started on Fox Sports One on Undisputed. She was like a moderator on that show when it was Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. She left, then went to the Herd Show. She was a co-host on the Herd Show. And then she finally got the opportunity to host her own show, which was called Speak. It was formerly known as Speak for Yourself. That show had Marcellus Wiley, Jason Whitlock. Then they didn't renew Jason Whitlock's contract. Then it was Marcellus Wiley and Acho. And then they didn't renew the contract of Marcellus Wiley. And now then they had Acho and Joy Taylor. And then last year, they separated the two personalities. Acho did his show called The Faculty or The Facility, or however y'all want to pronounce it or mispronounce it. That only lasted less than a year. Joy Taylor remained on Speak. She had new co-hosts, Keyshawn Johnson and Shady McCoy. And that tandem didn't last that long either, even though it lasted a little bit longer than The Facility or The Faculty or however y'all want to pronounce it. And last week, or a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the demise of Fox Sports One. Charlie Dixon was let go due to the lawsuit, the up-and-coming lawsuit. That lawsuit named not only Charlie Dixon, but Skip Bayless. It also named Joy Taylor. It named several people in that lawsuit. Fox Sports One, they're under a new regime. They want to get rid of this lawsuit by buying this lady out, reach a settlement or something like that. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? What's up? What's up? Okay. So they're still in litigation. I do feel like this is going to be resolved real fast, real quick. Fox Sports One wants to get out of the shadow of this ugly incident so they can just move on to the future of Fox Sports One. I do feel like they will settle. I just don't know when, but they will settle. And, they got rid of Charlie Dixon. And not only they got rid of Charlie Dixon, anything that Charlie Dixon had his hands on or his imprint on, they got rid of that as well. They got rid of Speak. That is closed for business. They got rid of the Breakfast Bowl. The Breakfast Ball, that exit stage left. I didn't have a lot of faith in that show. And if you've been following my channel, I said that in numerous videos. I do not see this show lasting much longer. And I think the Breakfast Ball was a rehashing of the Carson show. And I wasn't even a big fan of the Carson show. You can check the archives. I didn't think these shows were going to last. I didn't even understand why Charlie Dixon approved of these shows. Now, I do feel like the one small bright spot under the Charlie Dixon regime was Speak for Yourself. That got decent ratings. When it was Acho, Joy Taylor, and also Keyshawn Johnson, Shady McCoy. Those were leftovers from the new Undisputed that they got rid of that show. They didn't renew Skip Bayless's contract. So everything that Charlie Dixon brought in to Fox Sports One is is null and void. It doesn't exist under the Fox Sports One umbrella. Okay, so Joy Taylor is without a job. And I said this on numerous live streams, on numerous videos. Once Joy Taylor goes free agent and there's a network or a podcast or a media company that's interested in doing work with Joy Taylor, she's free. You guys can hurry up and pick her up. The phones are not calling. No one's not ringing for Joy Taylor. No one wants Joy Taylor. ESPN, she was hoping to get on ESPN, but you got to understand, ESPN have better anchors under their umbrella, female anchors that are way skillful and better, have better takes, have better opinions, who are more experienced than Joy Taylor. ESPN got female anchors that not only covered the sport, they even have some that played a lot of these, like the WNBA and women's basketball or the MMA. So I didn't see Joy Taylor making the cut for ESPN. I just thought that was wishful thinking. If Joy Taylor thought that ESPN was going to pick her up like they did Shannon Sharp. Difference between Shannon Sharp and Joy Taylor: Shannon Sharp has a better resume than Joy Taylor, and we're going to talk about Shannon Sharp a little bit later. But I didn't see ESPN ringing the phone for Joy Taylor. Then she felt like NBC may be in the market of another female anchor to join their network. I think NBC is okay. They got anchors on there. Hey, how you doing, John? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Give me. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Okay. So, anywho, NBC, there was no way she was going to get hired by NBC. CBS, I didn't even see a possibility of her going to the CBS. CBS is primarily football. I know a lot of people are going to hate what I'm about to say. I didn't believe Joy Taylor was so knowledgeable about the National Football League. She, even when she was on Speak and they had Keyshawn Johnson and Shady McCoy, she was very uninterested in the topics, particularly in the National Football League. Okay, I think why it worked with her and Acho. Acho is an air stealer. Acho is going to take up a lot of time on the microphone, and then Joy Taylor will occasionally come in and speak something that just speak her mind. No one gives two rat asses about what Joy Taylor's talking about, and then they move on to the next topic. Okay, and I felt like that's one of the reasons why there was a wedge between her and Acho, because Acho was peeping game, going like, wait a minute, she's not really contributing to this. I'm a bigger draw than Joy Taylor, so I want my own show. And they've been promising Acho a show over at Fox Sports One for the longest. Even when he was paired up with Marcellus Wiley, he always wanted his own show. So they gave him his own show. That show didn't even survive a full calendar year, and now that show is shit canned. Okay, and a lot of people can say that it was Charlie Dixon, but I really think that Acho is a number two. He's not a number one. He can't uh, you can't let him be the star of a show. I think Acho fits best as a number two, and then you get a number one. Now, if they would have paired Acho with Marcellus Wiley, or pair Acho with let's just say Cam Newton or somebody with some little flair, somebody that's not scared to say what they want to say, and someone that's going to, you know, get the people out there going, get their blood pressure up. Archer was not one of those guys. Okay, so anywho, they gave him his show. It failed. He's gone. He's up out of there. And Joy Taylor was on a podcast talking about the future, and she basically said that she just wants to go away. She's trying to figure out her future as we speak, but she did say a lot of stuff and a lot of clarity about going back into sports. And I really think Joy Taylor is tired of doing sports, having takes and opinions about sports for two reasons. One, I don't think that's what Joy Taylor wants to do, is talk about sports 24/7, 365. Okay. She don't mind dabbling into sports topics hearing now and again, but I really do think Joy Taylor wants to talk about other things besides sports. All right. Two, she was never respected in sports media, not only on Fox Sports 1, but in other networks as well. So why go to a community that doesn't respect your, your craftsmanship? They don't respect your opinions. They don't respect your takes. And Joy Taylor is looking out there in the horizon. Joy Taylor's not 20 or 22 or anything. She's like, I believe Joy Taylor's like 38. And she even indicated that she doesn't want to be stuck on a behind a mic 70 years old or 60 years old, which I think she was taking a dig at Skip Bayless. But I just don't think Joy Taylor has a lot of passion talking about sports. She wants to talk about other things. And to be humbly honest about Joy Taylor, I just don't believe Joy Taylor likes to do she gets uninterested real fast, real quick. That explains why they kept moving her around on different shows at Fox Sports 1. And I do feel like now, right now, she's in her dating bag, like giving advice on dating and advice on men and things of that nature. And even with the dating advice, she's not very good at that as well. I just think Joy Taylor, in a perfect world, she just rather just do what she wants to do, get paid for it, or find someone that had a lot of money and spend their money. I don't think Joy Taylor Joy Taylor is not a Molly Quorum. She's not none of these Elle Duncan. She's not none of these other female journalists that really have passion about sports and will talk till the cows come home about sports topics or things that's going on in the sports world. And I just think she likes to take hot takes and hot opinions, just, you know, freelancing hot topics and opinions, and just go about her day. In a perfect world, she just rather just stay behind a mic, say what she wants to say, and she's done for the day. Okay. I don't believe Joy Taylor has real passion or have real heart, particularly about sports. And that's pretty much it with Joy Taylor. Now, a lot of people, let's be honest and be real here for a second. I've seen a lot of people in the comment section on other people's videos or in the articles, and they say, well, Joy Taylor should join OnlyFans. Look, I don't believe Joy Taylor is that desperate to do OnlyFans. I do feel like I feel like Joy Taylor feels she's a personality. She's been on TV for a decade. She's been on social media. So she rather just do that, do the social media, do the influencer thing, and you know, join, join a different variations of different dating podcasts. Make a little money. I'm pretty sure like a lot of these, not the Fresh and Fits, not the big time dating podcasts like that will give her a bag just to do an interview on. But she wouldn't mind going to these mediocre podcasts, these mid-tier podcasts, collect a check, and just sit there and they ask her questions, and she just sits there and answer their questions. I think in a perfect world, she wouldn't mind just doing that because that don't really take a lot of skill. It doesn't take your whole day doing, and you don't have to be stuck in one place doing the same thing over and over and over. I think in a perfect world, Joy Taylor would like to do that, then join a network and be on a show because she knows she's starting over. If she, like, for example, if she do goes to ESPN, she's going to be on the bottom of the food chain. She's going to have to work her way up to get to the point where she was at Fox Sports 1. I just don't think that's in Joy Taylor's resume to do. But yeah, that's the future. So be it with Joy Taylor. It's up in the air, but and she also said that she would like to just disappear. And I really think she's saying all this because there are really no options out there. There's no network that's interested in signing Joy Taylor. And the only reason why come she got the opportunity at Fox Sports 1 because she was a freak off to Dixon. Now, since Dixon is gone, she doesn't get those opportunities. She doesn't get those opportunities, and the only way she's going to get those opportunities is going to be on her merit, her work, her reputation, and all that. The only reason I come Charlie Dixon gave you so many chances because he had a thing for you. You was a jump off to him. So yeah, that's what's going on with Joy Taylor. And to me, I don't have a hating bone in my body about Joy Taylor. I just call it like I see it. I just don't see Joy Taylor very interested in going back to sports because there's no opportunities in sports. All right. So moving on to Shannon Sharpe. So there's a tweet floating around on Twitter talking about the possibility of Shannon Sharpe paying $23 million to this OnlyFans model just to make it go away. And if that is true, there's another tweet that's going around saying this girl on OnlyFans got a $23 million settlement for Shannon Sharpe. And when Shannon Sharpe wasn't a professional athlete, he throughout his career, made $23 million. Think about that for a second. Shannon Sharpe, as a player in the National Football League, spent a lot of time on various teams, and he collected throughout those teams $23 million. And now this young girl who had a one night stand with Shannon Sharpe, and it either went left or, like Shannon Sharpe says, it was a witch hunt, it was a shakedown, yada, yada, yada. But either or, Shannon Sharpe needs to take full responsibility for it. All right. So, what I think about it, I just think, like, look, now there is word out there that there's a possibility Shannon Sharpe could still be with ESPN. That's still a possibility, and it could happen. But ESPN has not released any statements. ESPN has pretty much been mums the word on the subject, and Shannon Sharpe is not pressing it either. He's not talking about it as well. But if you pay attention to Nightcap and other things around Shannon Sharpe, it seems like Shannon Sharpe is more concentrated on the content that he's generating. Okay, he's spending a lot of time uh, promoting and talking about the things that's going on Nightcap. And I just be honest with you, and maybe it's because ESPN told him not to talk to anybody, but we're waiting to see when football season starts and we don't get anything coming from Shannon Sharp as possibly his new show or anything like that. There's a possibility that the door has closed on Shannon Sharp making a return on ESPN. Okay, but yeah, that's all the news I got. Guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Share this with your friends, family, and followers. I'll catch you on the next live. Deuces, guys. Hope y'all guys have a wonderful Monday morning.